are many impressive athletic feats in every aspect of Citadel life. Whether they come by medals or championships, each team has been decorated and successful in their own right. But it's the players that bring the teams to their glory at the end of the day. After appearing in all 11 games that the football team played this past season, making 23 tackles, 17 of which were solo stops, Bradlee decided this was not enough and decided to run the 60-meter track and field team, earning the gold medal at SoCon. There is no doubt he's a busy athlete, playing 2 sports at the Division I level. But how does he do it all? When does he get time for himself or to complete his studies? Fortunately, we have Bradlee with us to answer my questions and discuss precisely how he balances athletics and cadet life. So tune in, Bulldogs. I'm Alethea Morse, and this is the Bulldog Intern Show. So, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. What a great intro.
Thank you. Well, it's all about you, so there you go. So, to get started, I know you're a sophomore, correct? Obviously, you had to go through the rigorous knob year.
Yeah.
The point of this podcast is to just get a feel for how a lot of our athletes combine the athletic careers with the students, because a lot of our faculty, whenever it comes to academics, they have no idea what you guys do, and the same goes vice versa. So, to start, why did you choose the Citadel? What is the main aspect that drew you here?
Okay, what a great question. So my brother, Bryson Jones, actually was recruited here in 2020. And when he came here, I was like, never heard of the school. And came here, and I went on the official visit with him and everything. And from that day, I was like, I'm never going to come here. I said it from there. I was like, I'm never going to come here. And so we're going through, get to my senior year of high school. I've been going to camps. I came to the Citadel camps, and they threw in my first official offer, first Division I offer. And when you have a dream to play college football at any level, you're gonna take that opportunity. So the Citadel gave me the opportunity to play Division I college football for free, and by all means, I took that offer, and it brought me down here to Charleston, South Carolina, where my brother happened to be. So,
was he here while you were nobbing?
He was here while I was nobbing.
How
in the
was that?
Same battalion. He was in Victor.
Oh,
yeah.
Was that fun?
It was fun. I remember when we first started off. It was the first week of school, and I was actually in Victor.
Oh my God!
And they found out we was brothers, and they moved me to Papa Company.
No.
Yeah, moved me to Papa Company.
That sucks.
And from there on, I came really close with my classmates. I'm cool with everybody in Papa, and I'm cool with people in Victor. And from there on, he helped me out. I remember one time, I was scared to go to the vending machine. He walked with me to the vending machine. Got me some Skittles and a Gatorade. It went on about my business. So, yeah, it was pretty cool having him down there with my knob year and everything. So
that's so cool. Yeah. I'm kind of jealous of that. My brother will be here in 2030. I won't get to see him. But speaking of when you were knobbing, what was Challenge Week like for you? And what's the difference between a regular cadets Challenge Week and then an athletes?
Okay, yeah. So I would say Challenge Week for us. So we come here first week of June, and we work out all the way until July, in the end of July, going into Challenge Week. And we're here during the summer as freshmen, just getting out of high school, and we just relaxing, taking classes here during the summer, working out. And while we're on campus, all of us don't have a clue of what's about to happen within the next month. So we're all just, joking on each other, hey man, you about to be balling in the next month. So come time, when Challenge Week approaches, our coach is telling us, hey, it's going to be a challenge, the guy next to you might not be here, he might quit. And I would say going into it, the difference I would say is we know the guys around us going into it. So we kind of, if he's going to make it through, I'm going to make it through too. And I feel like that connection really helped us as a team going through Challenge Week to help motivate one another. You know what I'm saying? You see a person with You know, for example, Tamarcus, you know, he was my roommate. You know, if Tamarcus staying with it, but you know, hey, I'm gonna stay with it too. You know what I'm saying? Just to make it out. So I feel like the connection, the bond that we had, just as a team, getting that month together, really allowed us to get through Challenge Week. You know, so I would say the bond between the classmates is the difference.
That's good. That's good. Did you have practices during Challenge Week, or what was that like?
So during Challenge Week, I mean, it's the same thing. Like, we get here, take your phones, and you know, they. I would say the person you're rooming with, you already know because you know you spent the whole summer with them. So you know, it's the culture shock that got us. You know, but after we finished Challenge Week, that Monday through Sunday, we went and practiced that Monday right after. So it's really a non-stop break from the last week of July all the way till December, really. I mean, once you finish Challenge Week, it's football time now, so you going, yeah.
And how's the transition between football and track and field season?
Oh, the transition from football to track and field season, it's a mental shift, I would say. You go from being so physical to remembering all the plays in the playbook to, you know, hey, if I see this formation, I got to make this check, to just, all right, go run. And it's like, okay, you know, what do you want me to do? Literally just get in your blocks and run. It's like, all right, coach, I got you. I got you.
Worst.
It's the worst. So I would say, yeah, the mental part, just, you know, because track and field is all about technique. It's all about making sure your form is right. It's a very technical sport. Football, you just got to, you know your plays, be technical, sound with your technique. And although it's like a mind game at a sense, it's just two different sports. You know, it's two different sports.
How did you get recruited for track and field? Were you just really good at football and they were like, I like you, let's go? Or?
Yeah, great question. So I ran track 1 year in high school. It was my senior year in high school. Yeah. I love baseball. I was a big baseball guy. And my mom, she always wanted me to run track. And she was like, you should do track. And I was like, you know what, Mom? I'm going to do track. So I did baseball and track my senior year. I was a 4-sport athlete. And,
good Lord.
I know, right? I know.
You didn't know how to stop. You gotta go.
So I went to state my first year of track.
Oh, my God.
And got 4th place.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I got 4th place.
That's impressive.
So I was like, you know, I'm kind of good at this.
Right?
So going into my freshman year, you know, I had no intentions on running track. You know, I was just playing. So we finished the season. We're doing winter workouts. And Caleb Brown, one of my roommates during Challenge Week, he was like, yo, like, I'm doing track and everything. I'm like, dang, man, like, you doing track? He was like, yeah, bro. I was like, can I come do it with you? And he was like, yeah, why not? So I asked Coach Drayton, and Coach Drayton was like, yeah, you can go do track. You just can't miss no football. And I was like, okay, all right. So I emailed Coach Cut. Coach Cut goes, yeah, man, come on out. And the rest is history. From then on, I was just running track. Yeah.
That's crazy. And you've been a huge asset to the team this year.
Yeah. You know, Coach Cut has definitely allowed me to just be the athlete I am. He's coaching me up very well. My teammates out there helping me, you know, they telling me, hey, you know, if you stride longer, you know, you'll get faster. So, I mean, everybody's been a help to me.
There you go.
You know, winning SoCon was a great achievement. My teammates helped me on that one. You know, even in the weight room with Coach Varga, you know, getting me stronger, making me faster. I mean, we just continue to work. So
yeah, amen to that.
Yeah.
As you are incredibly busy all the time, I'm sure that there has been a hardest day. Could you describe that for me?
Man, the hardest day. So I would say the hardest day was definitely, it was in February when we was in winter workouts. We went, started at 5:30 in the morning. We started early. We never start at 5:30. We always start at 5:45. We started early, so we went, and we got these things called 300-yard shuttles. So we run to the 50, back, 50, back, 50, back, and I was like, we was exhausted. Exhausted. So we finished that. We go and you gotta go to formation. So we put on our PT uniform, we go out there, we go to formation, and I got an 8 a.m. So now I go to my 8 a.m. and I remember we had to weigh in. I had to make my body weight.
Oh my God.
I had to be 175 pounds, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it, man.
No.
I'm not gonna make
No.
it. So I'm trying to shove down all these snacks and everything, and I go to lunch. I eat a heavy lunch, and I step on the scale before a lift, and I'm light. I'm short. I'm not enough weight.
No.
So I'm like, man. So I get in trouble. I gotta end up bear crawling around the turf and everything. I'm like, oh my goodness, man. So we finish our workout. We had like heavy squat that day. And as soon as I finished, I went right to track. I gotta go to track practice. So I go to track practice, and we gotta meet this weekend. So I'm like, oh man, we gotta go to this meet. It's at University of South Carolina. It's my first meet, and while I'm at practice, I'm like, Coach, I didn't make weight. He's like, yeah, I heard. They yelling at me because you didn't make weight. So I'm going, practicing, and then that weekend, I actually go out there and I break the school record. So throughout the whole week, the week was just, it was so rough. Like the heavy squat killed my legs, not making weight. Going from literally working out that early morning, then going to formation and studying for classes. It was a loaded week, but it all ended up paying off in just one race. Just ended up breaking the Citadel record.
There you go.
That was a good achievement.
It's like, Coach, doesn't even really matter, right? Yeah. Well, I heard you describe a little bit of your day-to-day in there. If you can go into more detail with that, that'd be great. Also, if there's a difference between your football day-to-day and then your track and field day-to-day, if you could explain that.
Yeah, so with my schedule now, Mondays I have an 8 a.m. And with us not being in winter workouts, it's way easier. It's way easier. So I usually wake up at 6:45. All right, I wake up at 6:45 on a Monday. I eat breakfast, I come back, do formation on Tuesdays. All right, and I go eat breakfast, goes up about my class, and then at 12 o'clock, we usually have lifts. So like Monday, we'll have a lift because we don't have practice. So we'll lift from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So at 2 o'clock, I go from practice. I practice from 2 o'clock to 2:50. And then I rush over to the weight room and I go lift with football. And I lift with football and be from 3 to 4. And then from 4 to 5, I'll meet with my coach. We'll watch film from last week, or we'll put in install, learn new plays. And then Tuesday, I have a 9:30. So I wake up about 7 o'clock, go to formation. I come back, eat breakfast. I try to, within that time frame from 8:30 to 9:30 when my class is, I try to go and, squeeze in a little extra work. And then I go and go to class, and then I get out of class at 12:15. And then from 12:15 all the way to 1 o'clock, we'll have special teams meeting. So I'm in special teams, learning that. And then I go and we'll have practice from, usually pre-practice starts at 3:05, and we'll go all the way until 6 o'clock. So Tuesday, Thursday, I don't go to track, but Monday and Wednesday, Friday, I do go to track.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
Oh my God.
It's a lot, but hey, we signed up for it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, yeah. I don't know if I can do all that. So real. I do rugby practice in the afternoon. That's about it. So for athletes, as a regular cadet, well, I'm not really a student athlete. I've noticed that there is a discrepancy between the regular cadets and the athletes. Is there something that you think that the cadets or the athletes are doing wrong, or whenever it comes to trying to be cordial, trying to be friends, especially whenever it comes to knobs showing up to stuff? Do you think there's something wrong with the way that we're handling things right now, and if so, how would you fix it?
Yeah, okay, so I feel like we kind of don't communicate ourselves well. I feel like, it's hey, I got all this stuff going on and you don't got all this stuff going on, when in reality we everybody has a lot going on. We just don't communicate it as well. You know what I'm saying? I would feel like if there's one thing that I would change about just the core and the athletes, I feel like it would be just to understand one another. Because at the end of the day, you know, we're all human beings. We all have feelings. And for me, I've learned that me communicating to my classmates, like, I'm cool with everybody in my country. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't have a problem with anybody. And if I do, I will fix it because I don't want a problem with anybody. Exactly. So, like, they know that, you know, we got to take care of our bodies. So I always text into the group chat, hey, I'm not going to be out formation day. I'm getting the treatment, taking care of my body. And they don't have no problem with that. Yeah, exactly. They understand, you know, hey, he's a dual sport athlete. He got to take care of his body. And then when I do show up to formation, I'm there. My uniform looks apart. You know, I'm there just being a part of the company. You know, there's just fitting in and having a communication with all my friends there. They definitely understand, and I understand what they're going through too. You know, we in the same class. You know, I may have got up on one assignment, and I'm like, hey, I can help you with that assignment, man. I already did it. So just, you know, being there for one another, communicating and everything, I feel like that just would bridge the gap between us and the core. And just, you know, just understanding, you know, I came here to play sports, you know. You may have came here for another thing, but at the end of the day, we all want what's best for us. You want to be successful, I want to be successful. Exactly. Let's just meet in the middle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you think it's fair that the core expects, particularly like athletic knobs, like knobs that play sports, to have the same standards as everybody else, or do you think that there should be some leeway?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. I would say, I wouldn't say it was just. I would say the school expects them to, you know, like you show up the formation. No, like for me, I would say when I was looking at our freshmen this year, I would look for progress. Like, okay, you didn't, you know, your shoes weren't as shine. You know, I'm not gonna drop you for it. Come back tomorrow. I'll see what you're looking like, and then you come back tomorrow and your shoes look shine. I'm like, there you go. You know what I'm saying? You're making progress. I feel like it's the same way for athletes. You know. One day we might be getting treatment on our body, and the next day we show up to formation. It's like, hey, I'm glad you're here today. We're doing knob knowledge. I may not know it, you know, today because, you know, I was studying my playbook last night, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like we come back tomorrow, we know the knob knowledge now. They're like, okay, I'm seeing progress. I feel like it's just a progress thing that they want to see with us. And I feel like sometimes we let them down, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, they may come off the wrong way. I feel like sometimes they may, like, you know, yell at us really rude. I mean, I understand that's part of the school, but I feel like as a student athlete, we are yelled at 24/7. I don't know if you heard, but like, we practice on the parade deck. I want to say a couple of weeks ago, and coach was just yelling, screaming. That's our everyday life. And as a knob, you know, you get screened on at the field, you get screened at in the battalion. When are you not getting screened at? So I feel like as a cadet, you know, I would feel like that was where we can once again bridge that just communication. You know, you may not have to yell at this student athlete like you have to yell at the other knob, just because, you know, he's getting yelled at 24/7. So I feel like, you know, just communicating with him, just be like, you know, hey, you really need to get in your book, because I had that with one of my mentors. He really, you know, pulled me to the side, didn't yell at me, just talked to me like a normal human being. I really took that to heart, you know, showing that he cares. So I feel, that answers your question.
Nice. Is there anything that you wish you could tell anybody in, like, faculty, staff, in the core to help them understand, like, your day-to-day life, first, like, maybe a question that they could ask you, anything like that?
Oh, I would feel like a question, I would be like, how are you mentally? I feel like that's a great question to ask.
That is a very good question.
Yeah, how are you mentally?
I feel that sometimes.
You feel that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even you with practicing rugby in the afternoon, and, you know, you even had to make time for this interview. I mean, you know, a couple of days ago you was with your advisor, you trying to get your classes set. You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine the stress that you feeling, just trying to get your classes set. You got exams coming up at the end, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody's busy all the time.
Everybody's busy. So just, you know, I can only imagine the mental
Don't
capacity.
compare me to you.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So just imagine, like, how I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying?
You're like double my stuff right now. Is that even right now?
So I would feel like that's one question I would.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
How are
Yeah.
you mentally? I feel like a lot of athletes need to be asked that too. So.
Well, to finish off, I've asked you how your hardest day was. What was your best day like here?
Ooh, my best day. I would say my best day was Thursday when we left to go to VMI for the SoCon championship.
Okay.
That whole week, we were just prepping for excellence. We was just practicing all my technique. My football coach, he was like, "Hey man, forget about football. Go win that championship." And I really had the support. It felt like of the whole school. I even had my classmates calling me
that's so
from the
cute.
company and be like, "Hey man, I'm proud of you." You know what I'm saying? So that was definitely one of the best weeks I ever had here.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, Bradley, thank you so much for talking to me about all this.
Of course.
Yeah, tune in Bulldogs next time. We'll see you around.